Tuesday, the Iraqi Prime Minister Adil Abdul Mahdi said Baghdad has sent teams to both Tehran and Washington to try and ease tensions. For more, political analyst Nahro Zagros joins us live from Erbil in northern Iraq. Thanks so much for speaking to us. We are speaking to you then about Iraq's potential efforts to mediate talks between the U.S. and Iran to help diffuse this tension. Do you think it's an effective option? And I mean, where would Iraq really stand on these issues?
I think Iraqis are very worried about this tension, and I think Iraqis are trying to ease the tension between the two countries. But one should also remember that Iraq hasn't been asked officially to mediate between the two countries. However, what we see in the last 2-3 days in Iraqi media and on television and newspapers, that some Iraqi key figure politicians are coming out and asking for support from the public, but also from the administration. And some key figures are willing, publicly saying that they are willing to mediate between the US and Iran should US ask Iraqis to do so. Okay. At the same time, I think when we go into details, when we talk to these Iraqi politicians, the details of these talks and hopes are very not very positive. Iraqis believe that this tension will go off at some the war will break out at some point, and any kind of negotiation is not very. The outcome is not going to be very positive.
Okay.
But so far, all Iraqis from all political backgrounds are willing to mediate between the two countries and ease the tension.
We know Iraq can't afford any further destabilization in the region, but the Trump administration is saying that its military buildup in the Gulf has become a very effective deterrent toward Iran. Now, opposition members of the U.S. legislature say that that's just not true and that they're manipulating intelligence in the first place. I'd like to ask personally, where do you stand? Do you think the U.S. buildup of its arsenal in the Gulf is serving as a deterrent against Iran?
If I understood your question correctly, because this sound is very bad, I think yes. While the U.S. is building all this military in the Gulf, but also in Iraq, people are worried about the future of this conflict and how this is going to affect Iraq and Iraqi lives. And bearing in mind that Iraq is the closest U.S. ally in the region, who is very much also close to Iran and it's next to Iran. So Iraq can play a pivotal role should Iraq ask to do that. But while the U.S. is building army in Iraq, while the U.S. is building armies around the countries surrounding Iran, there are lots of Iranian proxies in these countries. This is one of the main worries that people have expressed in Iraq, in the north, in the south, and also in the center of Iraq. Why Iraqis are believe that there will be no positive outcome of the talks, because Iran has so many proxies around the countries. Iran has fingers in every pie in the surrounding countries in Syria, in Lebanon, in Yemen, and Iraq, and so forth. So it will be almost impossible for Iranians to agree to all these American demands.
Okay, Nahro Zagros joining us there from Erbil in northern Iraq. Thank you so much for that.